ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे वञ्चाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्से गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकायै तदालयै कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमः। भक्त्या विहीनाय पराधलक्ष्यै क्षिप्तास्य कामादितरङ्गमध्ये कृपामयी त्वं शरणं प्रपन्ना वृन्दे नमस्ते चरणारविन्दे। यं प्राव्रजन्तमनुपेतमपेतकृत्यं द्वैपायनो विरहकातरया जुहाव पुत्रेति तन्मयतया सर्वोऽभिनेदुः तं सर्वभूतहृदयं We were explaining about Guru Bhakta. And for this I told you to take shelter under the lotus feet of bona fide Guru, and so many things I told. In example I told a Guru like Narayana, a Guru like Vyas, a Guru like Sukadeva Goswami, Rup Sanatana, like this. So, you should have a strong faith on the scriptures like Veda, Upanishad, especially Srimad Bhagavatam and Gita. What Krishna has told in Srimad Bhagavatam and what he has told in Gita, it is true to extent, full extent. No doubt. Don't have any doubt. If you have doubt, then what will be? You will be ruined. Don't have. What is the meaning of ruined? Sarvanash?
Ruined spiritual life.
Oh, your spiritual life will go and you will be hog, pigs and dogs. Really. So, you should have a strong faith on Gita, the words of Krishna, Srimad Bhagavatam, Veda, Upanishad, Purans, and try to reconcile all. And it can only be by the guidance of a spiritual Guru, bona fide Guru, unless you cannot do it. Don't have any doubt in Gita or Bhagavatam or Krishna. Never. When a doubt will come, at once you will be deviated. Don't think that I am chanting name for 20 years, 25 years, 30 years, but no effect I am realizing. Don't have this doubt. Never. How? You can hear the pastimes of Narayana, like Ajami, being a very stupid person, nonsense. And he left his all things. He left his wife, children, father, mother, everything. Oh, Varnashram Dharma also he left. But he kept only the name of his son by prostitute, Narayana. And it saved from him death. And when he realized, oh, I will tell you, first you should give some that history of Ajami, how he was a very good brahmachari, learned brahmachari, and how he became. And then I will explain the inner meaning.
Gaganatvarandasya Chakshurnulitam Dena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Srila Gurudev has ordered me to explain something of the history of Ajamila. In Srimad Bhagavatam,
Want to go?
subject matter is very grave. Ajamila was born in a Brahmin family, and from his childhood he was of a very good character. And as he grew up, he learned the Vedas and had very good standard of behavior. He was very clean, very sattvic, and following everything very nicely. As he became somewhat older, he was married also, and he was observing the rules and regulations of Varnashram Dharma. Still, it happened that one day, when he was in the forest collecting some wood for sacrifice, at that time there was a prostitute, and she was meeting with a very low-class man. Both of them were intoxicated, and they were enjoying each other. As he was walking past, this scene caught his eye. He saw only for a second, for a moment, and he tried to look away. But he could not contain his curiosity, and again he looked, and he tried to look away. Then he left that place. But that thing that he had seen, it would not leave his mind. He wanted to forget it. He wanted to carry on with his very sattvic and peaceful and civilized life. But that poison which had entered into his heart through the eyes was so powerful. He could not control it. He became weak. And gradually the desire sprouted and grew within his heart that he wanted to meet with that prostitute. So after some time, he left his family, his children, everything, and he met with her. But any prostitute, she cannot be satisfied without so much money, intoxication, gold and bangles and so many things, nice clothes. Now he left everything. How could he maintain her? So he was stealing, fighting, killing people, burning their houses, stealing everything, and in this way giving her anything she wanted. He was living with her, and after so many years he had so many children by her, 7 children. Then in his old age even, still making children more, his 8th child, he gave that child the name Narayana. He had some impressions from his younger age, so this name was attractive to him. He called him Narayana. So his whole life, many years, doing all kinds of sinful activities, leaving behind all kinds of civilized behavior. He was very sinful. So after many years, the time of death came. At that time, his youngest son, who was called Narayana, was a small boy, and he was very much attached to him. All the time, he would play with him, keep him in his lap, feeding him, speaking with him, laughing and joking with him. So when the time of death came, then he saw something very frightening, very terrifying. 3 personalities, very hairy, with pointed ears and teeth and blazing eyes. very violent looking. They came there and they grabbed him to take him to Yamlok. He became terrified, and at that moment he called for his son because he was so attached. He screamed out, Narayana! Narayana! 4 syllables. First, 3 Jamadutas had come to take him. Why? Because he had been sinful by his body, by mind and by words. But now, because he called out the name Narayana, 4 syllables, 4 very effulgent, transcendental personalities appeared there. Their complexions were darkish. They were carrying this club conch and lotus flower with garlands and golden cloths and golden ornaments and golden crowns. And they appeared there at once, and they chased away and beat off the Jamadutas. The Jamadutas were astonished. They said, "Oh, what are you doing?" The Vishnudutas said to them, "Oh, today, in a religious assembly, the most religious act is being perpetrated. What is that? A man who is innocent, who is sinless, who has no sins at all, is being taken to the abode of Yamaraj." When the Jamadutas heard this, they could not believe their ears. "What are you saying? You are saying that a sinless person, an innocent person, is being taken to the abode of Yamaraj. Don't you know this person is so sinful? He's done everything. He broke all the 4 relative principles. Meat eating, intoxication, gambling, illicit sex. Oh, murdering, killing, stealing. He's done everything. Why are you saying that he's innocent?" They told, "No, he's completely innocent." Why? Sanketyam parihasyamba stovam helanam evava vaikuntanama grahanama sheshagam haram vidhu. Anyone who takes the name of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, in any way that they say this name, even one time, Sanketyam parihasyamba, if they're saying it to indicate something else, as he was indicating his son, if they're saying it as a joke, if they're saying it inattentively, in any way they say Vaikuntha Nama Grahanam, the name of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Asheshagam Haram Vidu, you should know that this name is so powerful, it destroys unlimited sins. Unlimited. You cannot commit as many sins. It is not possible to commit so many sins that even one name of Narayana cannot destroy the effect of those sins at once. They became amazed. The Ajamil, he heard all these things, and he was put back in his body. And the Jamaduts, they returned to Yamalok. They were so upset. They were thinking, every day we do our business, we have so much fun, going here and there, and ripping them out and sending them down to Yamaraj to the reform school of Yamaraj. I don't like to use the word hell. And there they undergo so many different treatments in the hell of Yamaraj. And no one can ever check us. No one ever checked us before. Because our Master Yamaraj is the Supreme Lord. Death is the Supreme Lord. No one can argue with him. So they're upset. How is it that today our service to our Master was obstructed? So they met with Yamaraj. Yamaraj told them, "Actually, I am not the Supreme Lord." They were astonished. "You are not Death is not the Supreme Lord?" "No. Narayana, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is the Supreme Lord. And the chanting of his holy names is the supreme principle of all religion. Religious principles are very difficult to understand, but they have been enunciated by the Supreme Lord himself. And the Mahajans, such as Brahma, Narad, Shiva, Janak Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Kapil Dev, Vyasadev, Shukadeva Goswami, and myself, and Bali Maharaj, we know these religious principles. What is that? The highest religious principle of all is to render devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And this devotional service begins from the chanting of his holy names. So then the Jamadutas, they were pacified. Meanwhile, back on earth,
also Jamraj told, don't go to any person.
don't go to any person who chants
Yeah,
holy name.
Tulsi.
Yamaraj told them, if in the future you want to avoid this similar experience, then you should be very careful. You should observe this regulation. What is that? You should not go to any person who wears tilak, who wears kantamala, tulsi on their neck, or who chants the name of Narayana. Never go to them. They are not fit to go to my abode.
Who have done only one pranam to Thakurji.
Those who have given their obeisances to the deity of Krishna even one time, you cannot go to them and touch them. So all of these activities of devotional service, which we may take for granted and think, oh, they are very simple things, actually they are extremely powerful. So in the meantime, back on earth, Ajamil came back in his body. Now he had had sadhu sangha, association of pure sadhus. Who were they? The Vishnu Doots. And in their association, he had heard the glories of Harinam. So now he was very much convinced. He left all of his sinful activities, that prostitute and all those bad associates. He left them and he went to Haridwar. And there he sat on the bank of the Ganges. And having inspiration in his heart and very strong faith in the holy name, being inspired by the association of the Vishnu Doots, he began to chant Harinam. And after some time, when his chanting was mature and pure, then an airplane came down from Vaikuntha with those same Vishnu Doots, and they welcomed him and took him back home, back to Godhead, to Vaikuntha.
Oh, there are so many teachings in this. Ajamil was first very pure, serving father, mother, and in family life with a very pure wife, chaste wife, very beautiful children, engaging himself in Varnashram Dharma, deity worship, fire sacrifice, Om Swaha, like this. But they could not shake him a desire to meet with any prostitute. Never. They are not so much powerful, this thing. If you want to check the desire to test Maya, or by all the activities you cannot check. And you heard that how he left all these things and went to prostitutes. There were 8 children, among them last the Narayana name. He was not Narayana, boy. And Ajamil was here, a very fallen soul, not initiation, now no guru, nothing. And he kept the name Narayana. Oh, this first name, though it was Namabhas, not pure name, but so powerful. And after that name coming, oh Narayan, come on, and telling Narayan, oh, it became like
Sadhan.
practice of Bhakti yoga. But he never realized, as we are not realizing, that what is the effect of the name and chanting, hearing Hari Katha, we are same as we were in past. My lust is there. My weakness is there. So many desires are there. Then what is the use of chanting name, serving Gurudev, and doing practicing of 9 kinds of bhakti or so many things? Why to give water in Tulsi, to do parikrama of Tulsi, parikrama of temple and all these things? Why to go to pure places like Vrindavan Dham, Navdeep Dham? Oh, expensive, so much expensive. But even we go. But what we see, oh no realization. Then this time we can worry for this, and that period is very critical. If there is no association at that time, oh, you can give up chanting and remembering and everything. And again you will do like so many are doing now. But you should not be worried for this. Why? Ajamil did it, but till death he never realized the fact. When he gave first name, Namabhas was done, but he never knew that what is name, what is Namabhas, what is, never knew. Even no Guru at that time. But it acted, and it was acting, and he became like that. If a rope is burnt and not disturbed, then folding will be there. Say, but it cannot bind anyone. If you will touch, it will be finished. So, Namabhas, what did? His all sins were burnt, but he never realized. He thought that I am same person and doing sins and bad activities. In the same way we are doing. Gurudev gave Harinam. At that time innocent, but full of so many worldly desires, unwanted things. But you chanted name. Your Gurudev gave name of Krishna. Oh, why? Not only Narayana. What he gave? Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Himself, Krishna and Radhika he gave. Very powerful. And he created Shraddha. And he gave you desire to serve Krishna also. So, your name is more powerful than that Ajamil. So why you are in worry? If his name without Guru in that bad situation, it worked and his all sins were finished. But he was doing same. So you should know that his activities, bad things, sins, were like burnt rope. They cannot bind. You must have a strong faith. When you will realize, when, death will come and you will see that you have put your fates on the heads of death. What?
They're saying they can't hear the back or you can change the microphone so they just try to reach and turn it up.
So you should tell him to manage.
Is this
Don't disturb others.
This microphone, if you use this one, it's on a different system. So if you use that microphone, this is good. If you face it that way.
Are you not hearing last person?
Yeah, they cannot hear you, Gurudev, in the back.
Why you are not?
We can hear all.
You should
I didn't know
tell
you
me.
put the wrong ones. It shows that they're all different systems.
So my telling all gone in pain.
No, jag har inte hört det.
So even he was doing sinful activities. After keeping his name, keeping the name of his son Narayana, and he was engaged in doing all these things, bad activities. But all activities were like burnt. No fulfillment. No fulfillment. But anyone at that time never realized this. Who will realize? A person like Narad, Vyas, Sud, or they can realize. We can imagine with full faith, we will accept it. We can reconcile the words of Gita. Api chet duracharo bhajate mam anandava sadhu deva samantavya samyak vyavasato hi isha. What is the meaning? Can you tell?
Even if one is the most sinful of all sinners, even if one is the most sinful of all sinners, if he is situated most sinful, then if he is situated in the boat of transcendental knowledge or at the lotus feet of the Lord, then he can cross over the ocean of birth and death.
What is the meaning of Anandabha? Only one Krishna bhajte. No demigods others. Only one pointed to Krishna. He is doing Ananda Bhajan. And he has faith on Krishna. But his heart is weak. And he falls down in bad activities. Even, we should think him what? Pure Vaishnava. We should think. Why? All his all sins have been burnt. And he is chanting, or he was chanting, so his all sins are gone. And very soon he will be a very high class of Krishna. What?
One time you said that Arjuna never committed Vaishnava Aparad. When he won't commit Vaishnava Aparad.
But we should see that whether he has done Vaishnava Aparad or not. If offense, it is very. Even this pure name or Namabhas, not pure name, Abhas will also be gone. So we should see a thought. Namaparad, Nama, Vajami has no Vaishnava. He has only sins. And that went. So, if a Vaishnava, not offensing any Vaishnava, Namaparad, and Apiche Suduracharo, he is doing bad activities, very bad scientific activities. Even then you should see that, he is sadhu rev. He is one pandit to Krishna. And even he is doing Namabhas, all nations are one. But we are seeing him that he is even engaged in making sin, but we should have a trust in Gita or words of Krishna. Even demigods could not reconcile, and they were in dilemma. What is this thing?
How is this possible?
And they could not reconcile, so they came to Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur and told, please come to heaven And we had one council there, discussion, and please keep your idea there. They took Bhakti Vinod Thakur there, and he spoke about this thing, and he cleared everything by telling this upakhyan, so many upakhyan, like Azamil and others. And then he reconciled. So Bhakti Vinod Thakur is more than superior, less and then demigods. He was real. He is real also. So we should have a very strong faith on these things. So Ajamil, not initiated by any Paramarthi Guru, and he kept name, and he was in fear, seeing three very ferocious figure, and he विवश होकर के नाम दिया. He took that name Narayan out of fear.
He was not controlled by his, could not control his senses.
And then what became? At once, death was. That three Jamduts went away. And 4 associates of Vishnu, Narayana came. And thus his soul was again came in his body. And he was hearing all the dialects between. And he heard all these things. And now he realized, oh, only by keeping the name of my son Narayan, oh, I am saved by God, death. And my soul is here. So now he has that big faith. And he thought that all these 4, I'm not associated, but they are giving Diksha, initiation like. And he thought that they are my Guru. And actually this is, if anyone is getting Diksha mantra and he is not qualified, his Diksha will not do anything. In India we see, the Guru gives the mantra in ears and blown some air in their ears. And they called, oh, this is Diksha. Really this is not Diksha. But giving all the months with explanations by hearing, and this Diksha comes. It does not come in a day or in a minute, but you are a school of that Diksha.
Starting process.
And when you will be mature, then your Diksha is. When you will have idea of all the tattvas by that. So those who gives not only mantra, but line of thought and so many tattva, oh, he is really Guru, Diksha Guru. And that is why it has been called Diksha Guru and Shiksha Guru. So, who is Guru really? Diksha or Shiksha Guru? Who is giving the desire to serve Krishna and helping in this way, to take us to the Lord's feet of Krishna. Oh, really he is Guru. Even not giving mantra, but giving this what? Idea, thought to serve Krishna by Hare Krishna. He is Guru. If a Guru has given only mantra, but not all tatsa, everything, really is not Guru. Really Guru who helps us service of Krishna, giving us in the lotus feet of Krishna. Really he is good. So, you call him Diksha Guru or Shiksha Guru. But really who is giving a mantra and tells that who is the deity of this mantra? What is your relation with the deity of mantra? Or you should think that this mantra is himself Krishna. And you should have a very strong faith in this and be Sharanagat to this mantra, deity of mantra. The limbs of
5 limbs of
6 limbs.
5 limbs.
No. In 5 arms there is Sharanagati. And then what is Sharanagati? Oh, Krishna can, this deity of this month, can shed me, nourish, he can, support me. He can shed me, this deity. So taking this thing, third, and or giving some relation with deity, and then prapatti, then Sharanagati, prapatti, he is my shelter. And then Atmanivedan. So first, who is the deity of the mantra, second, the relation with deity to that disciple, third, prapatti, nyas means, oh, this is relation. And also, that even one time chanting of these months can save me and help me. But we should try to do it 10 times or 108 times. I will do. You should do or nyas. Then prapatti, Sharanagati meaning Atmanivedan. All 5 limbs of the months are there. With them you should chant one quintet. Realizing the relation with that deity and meditating all these things. Then this mantra will express them, manifest in your heart very soon, otherwise not. If a guru gives all these things to any disciple, oh, he is really good. He may be Shiksha Guru or Diksha Guru, who is helping in all means to a disciple. Really he is good. So, his guru was who? Aja means? Oh, for Vishnu Lord. He realized and saved from death. But how will be like them? How I can serve my deity, mantra deity, that is Narayana. Because he was telling Narayana. So Narayana was like this. Sometimes name is more powerful than mantra. Mantra can give you relation. And when by relation chanting that mantra, you will take shelter of name himself. Then it will take you to Golok Vrindavan. The power of mantra and the exercise, doing mantra, oh, you cannot go to Golok Vrindavan. It will open the door and it will give relation and some idea, but mantra will take you there. Naam. And you can chant name even in Golok Vrindavan, but no use of remembering mantra in Golok Vrindavan when you are perfect. So this mantra are in this world, giving relation to and some abhas of that world. And your everything seen and all these things will go away. But name can take you to Guru Vrindavan and it can give offering here. What is mantra? Not other than name. Only it has something is needed. What? Om Namah Swaha and like this. Krishnaya Swaha, it is mantra. And Krishna is name. Hare Krishna is main thing. Sometimes we think that Guru has given me only name of Krishna, Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna, Hare. But he has not given me thread, sacred thread, or fire sacrifice is not done, and I have not given second initiation. So I am third class over. Don't think. Guru has given name, that is Krishna and Radha he has given you, more powerful than mantra. But why name mantra is given? That pureness will come. A relation will come. If a girl wants to be with a boy, in India, she cannot be if she is not married. In marriage ceremony. And it will be seen that it's sinful act. Not that so many children are coming and yes, no one here. But in India it was not like this. Now some air is coming also there. So father and mother, they will donate to boy. Boy should be very chaste, girl should be chaste. And they will donate by mantra. Oh, you are husband, I am giving my girl to you. You should accept. He will accept by mantra. And witness, who will be? Fire, Guru, Brahman, and all relatives. If he will neglect anything, any of them, they will be charged. They will be punished for this. They will be boycotted. So, this mantra gives what? Relation. And it can be only done in this slok. Sadhana. Name is sadha also. Mantra is not sadha. Sadhana. But name, or without swaha, without om, cling and everything, oh, he is like Krishna. So Hare Krishna. Oh Krishna, come on. Oh Radhe, come on. I am taking your shelter in this way. So mantra can verify it. So a guru gives all these things not in one day, that he gets mantra in and air in the ears by his thoughts. And he develops the love and affection to Krishna to the disciples. So there are so many things in Ajamik Upakhyan. If by hearing, if a strong faith is not coming, then what is this? If you are going to school and college, that college and school will save you from death and all these things? Never. So you should have very strong faith in Ajamik Upakhyan. Told by whom? Sukadeva Goswami. Realized so. Not only that. Oh, Krishna himself, like he came in like a Vyas. And Veda and Upanishad and Srimad Bhagavatam are the words of Krishna. So if you want to be happy, in this life, in outer life. Give up all the desires. Be like Das Babaji Maharaj, Loknath Goswami, and others. Don't disbelieve all these things. Have a belief on our Guru, or he can save you from death and all ignorance and everything. School colleges will help you to go to hell, nothing else. You think that they will help? Oh, first is you are going to school, lust will come and lady friend will be there. Lady girl. What? Girlfriend. Advanced you will choose. And the girlfriend what they will choose? Oh, what is this? This is lust. And if your character is moral and character are gone, then what is there? So, believe in scriptures, in Ajami Upakya. Really, this is your strong faith. And if it is not coming, my heartly blessings to all, but especially to my Bharat Prabhu. But more to his son-in-law, what name? Sridham Prabhu. Because my Bharat Prabhu has trained him in such a way that he can play more than anyone. Huh? Oh, who wrote? Oh, Sridham. Oh, my Bharat has trained him. Not only him, but his all the daughters, all the sons, all family he has trained. So much thanks to him and his son-in-law, Sridham. Very intelligent and qualified Bharat Prabhu. He knows all these basic principles of Bhakti. Very learned person. And he realizes all these things. So much my blessings to them. One thing I could not follow, that Indra had made something, done something offense in his Guru. Who was Guru?
Vishwaguru.
Brihaspati. But why you are telling the name of Shukracharya?
I said Sukracharya.
What? Oh, no.
No, I mentioned that the demons had become weak previously because they also offended Sukracharya.
Brihaspati was after a battle. Oh, the demigods were making some festival, and the Indra was sitting there. And in the meantime, his Guru Brihaspati was coming to that council. But Indra thought that if he will come, I will have to give up my Singhasan. So he never looked towards him. And Shukracharya, Brihaspati, a very qualified high class of devotee, he realized this, that he is neglected. So offense was done. And he was devastated from his kingdom. So, this story is very high philosophy. We should try to realize and to follow Chitraketu. Even he was cursed by Parvati wrongly, but he was not worried. Even when he was in demon shape, he was remembering Krishna. Remembering Krishna in a high way. His devotion is very high class. So it has been told by anyone that the symptom of Bhagavatam is that there will be Vritrasur Upakhyan, Chitraketu Maharaja Upakhyan. That is Srimad Bhagavatam. I think that Krishna should be merciful to them all, and they should realize and they should be high class of people, helping others also. Also, Prabhu, who became what? He took part and played very good play. He is also expert. This ball also. Swaha, Swaha, like this. And Indra murdered him. All were looking that way. What became? And the sword was only here, not touching, but it is about to touch. Very expert he was. And others also. So my blessing to you all that you should be high class of devotee like Chitraketu. In any condition, in any way, in any circumstances, you should not deviate. Always be high class of devotee. Whether demon, in shape of demon, any way, you should try to develop your Krishna consciousness. You should take some lesson from this history, this pastimes, this drama play. You should try to be Chitraketu Maharaj. Don't be deviate here and there. In what situations for instance, you are, from there, Sthane Sthita Tanumang Madodi. You should hear Harikatha and be bold. Never be weak, whether ladies or gents. Always. And that is why Swamiji has, Bhaktivedanta Swamiji has, my Siksha who has sent me to help you. Go, Brahman.